dry. We were. Goodness.
That's a thing.
That time of year, you just not happy as a beekeeper, no boy. You're fired.
Try to replace me. Hi, I am Terri from Be Natural.
And I'm Nathaniel from Be Happy. And today we are in the Be Natural Garden.
Yes, a different part of the Be Natural Garden.
Yeah. And we're going to be assessing some colonies that she has, as you can see. So basically those were nucs last year, and we've been feeding them, and now we're going to assess if they are ready to be able to harvest the spring crop, or if they are on their way to harvesting the spring crop. So today we'll be entering in there. If they are strong enough, they can fend for themselves. We'll take off the feeders in there, and in maybe next 2 weeks the flowers will start coming in. We can give them a super and allow them to harvest on it. Also, you has there's a double nook, and we're gonna put it in a 10 frame box.
Nice.
Right?
Cool. Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
So as we mentioned previously, those are nooks that have been growing for the past couple months. So what we want to do is see if they are big enough. It doesn't look too healthy now from the top. So you see those frames are practically empty.
That one has some.
Yeah, but I'm looking for brood more or less. So that one. So it have quite a bit of stores, and now they're clearing up space for the queen to start laying there, but they haven't started. There is empty, so that hive might need some feed, which is not what we were expecting to see.
I wanted to see.
Oh. It doesn't have a wire.
Oh.
Okay, so that's a good frame of brood. So in the next 2 weeks, or in the next week, we expect that to hatch out and turn to 2 frames of bees. But as of now, I don't think we'll be expecting a spring crop from them, no? No spring crop from now.
Because they need to build up more.
Yeah, definitely. You need at least from my experience, in the spring you need a colony of at least 5 frames of brood. This one only have 2. Well, yeah, that one only have 2. So we way off. However, it's still if we can keep feeding them and build them up by March, we're still on target.
Okay.
Right? So as for the early competition and so on, we're not expecting nothing much from them, but all is not lost, you know.
And they will build themselves up with the spring flowers.
Yeah, with the spring flower, they'll build themselves up. So those are foundation empty. That's what you really don't want to see in your brood nest. Empty frames of stuff. But again, they are just growing. So I notice I am shifting that frame from where it was to the outside. It's simply because it has a lot of drone brood. Drone cells. That one is bigger than that one.
Yes.
So that one is worker cell, that one is drone cell. The queen cannot do much with that now. So I'm putting it on the outside.
Because when will she start to really lay the drones?
When the hive has enough resources and it's big enough that they feel time to reproduce.
Okay.
So that's why, like in my colonies, when I see drones, and I see a lot of beekeepers don't like drones in their hive. They think that the drones just leeching on the resources, but for me, when I see drones, that's a happy thing for me, because I know that the colony is in a happy place and they grow in so well that they have extras, they can produce drones.
Okay.
So that hive, the feeder stays in and it gets some sugar feed. Yeah, so we're still in the growing process.
That bee sipping up the honey that dropped.
Yeah, nothing goes to waste.
Yeah. Okay.
So we just put the temporary cover, the inner cover back on there, but that stays like that. We'll come back to that.
Okay. Let's just move this. And the inner cover is for what?
The inner cover is to prevent the outer cover from sticking in, from preventing the bees from properly the telescopic cover on there, and also is for feeding. See that hole?
Yes.
It's designed to put a feeder on there,
Okay.
like the hive top feeder, like the rapid rung feeder, like what BloomBox has.
Yes.
You put it on there and you put an empty box at the top, and you feed your bees like that.
Okay.
And you can also use it as an escape, a bee escape. But that's a bit for more advanced beekeeping. That one looks a bit better, but it's almost the same.
Someone didn't put their phone on Do Not Disturb.
Take 2. Alright, so this one is practically the same. But although this one looks a bit stronger than the previous. Okay? But it's just a story of the same story.
Not ready yet.
Not ready yet. You need feed. And they need to grow.
The feed has been somewhat hard to come by, right?
Yeah, we've been having some difficulty with that one. But she has a nice little nest going. All there I can see eggs all there.
Unless the camera is picking it up. But
Yeah. Yep, well, we'll just continue to let them continue what they're about, what they slightly disappointing, to be honest. But you know, we cannot tell the bees what to do. Okay, so all is still not lost. If we can keep feeding them and kind of just stimulate the queen to keep laying, and hopefully by March that nest will be much bigger, that if we add a box on top, they will be able to draw it out and start building, or at least start building a second level by March. One of our problems now is, as Terri was saying, is the feed. The island really doesn't have sugar readily available, or I should say white sugar, and we cannot really feed them as we would like to. So that's the situation. But the capesh, we've seen the capesh beginning to come in little spots on the savannah there. So you never know. That might support them and kind of give them a boost. To go. So
because this has been a dry few months for them.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get that sugar water.
Okay.
This is our feed. 1-to-1 sugar water with some Vita Bee. I think that's the name.
Vita Health.
Vita Health, something. So.
Something like that. Vita Bee Health. We'll figure that one out.
I think the Vita Bee Health is to help stimulate the queen. It's like a protein substitute supplement kind of a thing. We will, in another video, we will show the bottle.
We got that in St. Lucia, right?
Yeah. So 50-50 sugar with water and with the Vita Bee, and you just pour it in the feeder, which I should have checked to see if there were any dead bees in there. It's too late now.
Check the next one.
Yeah. So it's not as simple as just putting bees in a box.
They need a lot of care and attention. That's taking a lot.
Yeah, it takes about a gallon. Yeah, so that's it. Inner cover on. Telescopic cover on. Job done.
Happy bees.
Yeah. Now these, it's always good to open them before feeding. You see that dead bees in there?
Oh wow, that's quite a few.
Yeah.
So those are the ones they go in and drown, or they could just.
Yeah, I think they drowned while feeding on the last time.
Oh. Don't do it, bees.
Yeah, that's why some people don't really like this type of feeders. But that's really like a minute amount in my book. Maybe somebody that just starting might say, "Oh, my bee's dying in that," but when you kind of understand that on average per day 500 bees go through just attrition. that has been in there, say they're feeding on that for like 3 days, and you have that amount of bees, that's good in my book.
Okay.
You know, so
Okay.
because just on foraging you lose 500 bees a day.
Wow.
Average.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yep. So that's why the queen has to keep laying over 1,000 a day.
There's really power in numbers in the hive, huh?
Yeah.
It's all about the numbers.
Yeah, so I think that will be like our last round of feed for those until the flower comes in, because it's not because we don't want to, it's just because of the sugar price.
Okay. So if there was more sugar available, we would give them another set.
Yeah, if you have the money.
Yes. It's an expensive business to be a beekeeper.
But like I said, it looks like the at least capish coming in, so we should be okay.
All right. Okay. Nice.
So that's number 2, and Terri will take on from there. Assess to assess that one, and if it's strong enough, to put it in a box like that.
Okay.
Good.
All right. Let's switch.
Actually, just looking at that, see some even started opening already. So it might not be too long till things turn around. But again, if it's enough is another question. Okay, so we're back. No, you're not dealing with propolis, you're dealing with staples.
So they're not supposed to be there?
Take out the staple.
Huh. I think you have to do that, Just one? No. Oh gosh. I'm editing this out.
Come on, you can do it.
Yeah, keep recording still. I edited it out. Alright. Okay.
Other side.
Other side too?
That's good footage, we need to catch that. Show the struggles,
Alright, you see I got the hang of it now.
Yeah, there you go. You'll have to fast forward that part.
Edit it out. That's what I said.
It stays.
Alright.
Okay.
Here we go.
Take 100.
Okay, let's focus. Still there?
It's almost out.
Huh?
It's almost out.
So you wait.
Yeah, you can use that one.
Oh wow, yours is a man smoker, man. It's heavier, it's thicker, it's bigger. What? Ooh. Nice. Buzz coming from inside there.
I can see they're already hungry. They're in the Okay. See how the comb at the top dry?
Which one to take first?
Take out the one closer to me first. Dry, boy. Let me see. Goodness.
That's a thing.
That time of year, you just not happy as a beekeeper, no boy. And that is how like a colony like that can just die because they don't have enough resources to rear brood, and they will just keep cannibalizing the brood until the cluster gets so small that yeah, now you see that is wax moth that tried attacking it because it was weak at one point. So they started building back strength, so they kind of fighting off the wax moth, but that is wax. Whenever you see that in your hive, those kind of holes there and thing is wax moth. But the bees kind of took back control of the situation.
Okay, we're on this.
Okay, well, that have 8 frames. We'll put it in we'll still transfer it to the box and give them a feeder, give them some feed.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one feels heavier. This one's heavy.
Yeah, that one I'll brood on it actually.
Yeah.
Let me see on that side. Oh wow, it's spinning that there like a
like what?
like a pro.
You know. Get in there.
Oh, and they have a nice little thing on the other one too. Okay, so that's good.
All right.
That's a better story.
Okay. So we will see what's underneath when we move them.
Yeah, well, the fact that we have 2 nice frames of brood up there, we can just call that, put them in the other box.
Okay.
Because if up have 2 frames of brood, I think down we should have another 1 or 2.
Okay.
So in the next 2 weeks, that hive is going to be a super hive if we can just feed them to prevent them from starving out.
Okay, nice. Lovely.
Yeah, so the frame, you can put it back in, rest the cover on there. We're going to move the entire hive.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And then we'll put the new box and set up.
All right.
So let's go get the new equipment and then we'll come back. Knock the bees down. Not away from your foot, like knock it in front of the hive.
Okay. Sound good?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, we're going to.
Moving it. All right.
My camera might slip in a bit.
I was admiring the trees that we planted the other day.
No, you're fired.
Try to replace me.
Okay. So I'll just move that for you.
Please.
And so what you want to do whenever you're replacing a hive or you switching a hive from the nook to a new hive body, you get your nook to the position where you want your hive permanently. So that's where you bring it to, which is what happened in that situation. They've been there for a while, so the bees are already oriented to there. So we take off that box, put it on a side, and then we put our replacement box in the exact position so that the bees, they are already oriented to that area. They will come right back there. Right? So I'll just switch it out for you and then you'll do the rest.
All right.
So we're going to use the cover as sort of like a landing board. Good. Now you can come to the rest.
All right.
Okay, so in there we have the frame feeder. You want to do the same, check it. Clean? Okay. So she's just checking the feeder. With those feeders, it's always good to do that before you. No, you don't close properly. I'll do it. Just do your thing. We'll do it after. It's always good to check those frame feeders every time before you feed them, because bees will stay in them and it can get your bees sick. Yeah. So she's putting first the bottom board, then the hive body, and then she's going to take the frames of brood, and all frames with brood goes to the center of the hive. So if you get 2 on top and 2 below, they have to be together in the center.
Okay.
Everything else goes on the outside. If you get pollen, the pollen is on the outside of your nest, right?
I'm just coming inside one standing in front of the
Yeah.
entrance.
It doesn't matter, because remember, that's not where they're oriented to. Look, they're actually coming back to that location already.
Okay. They're coming. Okay.
When they fly out there, they're not coming back there, they're going back to your box. Yeah, so that goes on the outside. Now, watch me. You work in the same way you work in with that box. So you take it out on the furthest end over there.
Okay.
You put it in, nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Still, so on the end.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Down. Yeah. Put it. Yep.
This one I'll put in more in the center.
Yeah. Down has brood on it. Yeah, so you can put it in the center too.
Okay.
Yep, so downstairs now. Let me see, have more staples, eh?
Oh, joy. Now it tells me more type. Okay. Oh wow, this one has a little more gap. Is there an easier way to do this?
Yeah, it is actually. Let me show you. Push it in at the back, like hold it there. Pull it. Yeah. No, you have to lift it up first.
Now it's practically lifted. Okay.
Oh, let me help you with that.
A little manly intervention there. Go. All right.
Yeah, so you're looking for brood frames, eh? Remember, brood goes in the middle.
Yeah, I saw it. This one is empty. On the outside. So you can put that on this. Put that
Yeah,
on.
so that's your pollen frame. You see down now pollen on there? So you want your pollen frame to be the frame next to your brood, because that's where they get their protein to feed the brood. So on the outside of your nest, but inside your honey barrier or your blank
So
frame.
like this.
That exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Next, that should be brood, because they always set up the pollen next to the brood. So that should be a brood frame. If it is. Is it?
Not on this side.
Oh, it's another pollen frame. So what happened to our queen boy?
I'm not seeing brood on that one either, you know.
No? Dang. Okay. No.
So I can put that on this side of the thing, of the brood.
Yeah, put it on the far side.
This side. Okay, I have enough space now.
Okay, put it towards me.
Oh, okay. Like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we saw brood, but did we see open larvae in the top one?
In the top?
In the top box? We did?
I believe so. We'll go back and check. No brood on that.
Yeah, not even in a situation. Yeah, that I was in a situation that we don't like. Okay, put that on that side. And that is practically an empty frame. Put it so.
I'm move them all that way for the feeder to go that side.
Yeah, but first we want to see if it have brood, so we can look at our queen, or if we have a queen or not. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. So you see the larvae and stuff in there. Again, they're just lacking feed.
Oh yeah, not a lot.
But
Oh,
you
yeah.
have eggs.
So,
Yeah, man, they have eggs.
okay.
They're good.
And they had to defend the wax more.
Yeah.
So they were battling.
At December, January, February months, boy. She might be on that frame, you know. Because that's where the brood lay in. But a little stimulative feed and they should be alright. The worst, I think, the worst for them over.
So when are the last real flowers of the end of like last year instead of November?
Yeah, in November, beginning of December, but that in itself, the colonies had to be extra strong to take advantage of it. Those nooks, they would not have, they would not be able to do much.
Okay.
So actually, like, and certain places. So in my apiaries, some of them actually harvested only, but others did not. Like okay, so we're back from some technical difficulties. All right, so I think so far we've Terri put in the 8 frames, right, and with the feeder that we had for it. Now, something that I should note is you never want to leave a space like that in your box, because for some reason you forget, you don't come back, the bees, they are going to draw stuff there because there is bigger than the bee space. So as a space holder, and we're putting in a blank foundation, a frame with just foundation in it, just to make sure we always have the right amount of frames for the box. So everything is tight, the bees will not draw any stray or bulbcomb for. And we feed them, same thing, 50-50 mix, sugar water with some protein supplements in there. And basically that's it. Transfer done. We saw the queen. Well, we didn't see the queen, but we saw signs of the queen. They kind of moving slow, but that's expected this time of year because of lack of a good pollen source. Oh, wow. Lack of a good pollen source or nectar source. So those things, that's expected. But in the next couple of months, is good time. Things are going to keep growing and they're going to keep expanding, and that is the real fun time to be a beekeeper in the spring. In March, April, May, that's when you smile the most. Oh wow. Now come, a little error I did there. In feeding, I accidentally put too much syrup in the stuff. That can cause you serious problem.
Okay.
Because bees from the other colony, they will come, take the sugar there, go back, tell the other guys, hey, there's a free source of sugar, and they will attack that hive and kill that hive. So that is something that we have to take care of before we leave. So basically, you just allow it to drain out, take fresh water, and pour on it to dilute the sugar out.
Okay.
That's basically it. Yeah. So to correct the problem with the sugar water, we just dilute off the sugar that fell on there. So we prevent rubbing. And that's basically it. Job completed.
All right, nice.
So I hope you guys found value in this video on what to look for in an inspection this time of year, what to do, and also how to transfer nucleus to a full deep box. Thanks for watching.
All right. And we hope the sugar importers will recognize the beekeepers on their list of priorities.
Yeah, definitely, because the bees, they are dying.
Yeah.
Those that didn't pick up enough storage in the fall, they don't have enough resources to bring them through to the spring. So you know, it would be nice if we could have a better way to provide for them when they can't get for themselves.
Lovely. Okay, so we're gonna just take a picture because there's a women's in beekeeping world record going on. So now it's photo time. Until next time, see you guys.